Hello students, welcome back to our online learning. Let's go for module 4. So last module 3, the homework that I gave, the answers are CO plus H2 gives CH3OH, and I asked you to write the balancing. So here 1 CO, here you have CO plus 2H2 gives CH3OH. This is the correct answer. Now coming to the next, 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gets C6H12O6 plus 6 CO2, 6 O2. Next, Zn plus H2SO4, ZnSO4 plus H2. Here, you need not balance it because already it is balanced. Such reaction you can say it is self-balanced. The physical state is Zn is a solid state, H2SO4 is aqueous, ZnSO4 is again aqueous, and hydrogen is in gaseous. The last one, hydrogen plus oxygen gives water, 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. Again the states are gaseous. This is first collected in gaseous form, then it is condensed to get a liquid form. I hope all of you got it right. Congratulations. Now let's go with the next module, module 4. Today's module, as per the mind map, we have to learn the types of chemical reaction. There are major 7 types of chemical reactions. So the types of chemical reactions can be said as combination reaction. The second one is decomposition reaction, displacement, double displacement, oxidation, reduction, redox. So we are going to learn about, once again let me tell you, combination, decomposition, displacement, double displacement, oxidation, reduction, redox. That today we are going to learn combination, decomposition, displacement and double displacement. We shall see about oxidation, reduction and redox in the next class. Now, talking about combination reaction. So combination, the word itself says, the meaning of combination is combine or synthesize. It's also called as synthesizing reaction. The combination reaction can be defined as the reaction in which 2 or more substances combine to form a single substance or a product is called as combination reaction with under a suitable conditions. So I can say that if some substance A, let A be any substance, it might be an element or a compound, reacts with B, substance B, which is again a reactant or a compound. You get combination AB, that is a new product which is not which never be similar to A nor B. It's a new product AB. Now let us go with some of the examples. So take a quicklime, calcium oxide, which is solid. When it reacts with water, that is in liquid state, gives CaOH all twice. This is slaked lime. Plus enormous amount of heat is being given out. Now this is called as quicklime. Now this reaction, here there is a compound CaO. Quicklime is combining with another compound H2O to give you slaked lime. It's also a compound. Now here enormous amount of heat is being given out. So already we have learned this is an example of exothermic reaction. So most of the combination reactions all are exothermic reaction where heat is given out. Now coming to the next example, you have H2 plus O2 gives H2O. This is also another combination reaction. So it combines. I want you to balance it. Already we have done it. So combination reactions can be defined as the reaction in which 2 or more substances combine to form a single substance under suitable conditions. Now this, you have another example for this. Now this slaked lime is used in testing carbon dioxide gas. So in that reaction, this carbon dioxide is passed through slaked lime. When you pass carbon dioxide through slaked lime, you get a white precipitate CaCO3, calcium carbonate, which is a solid, that is a white precipitate plus water. So we can say that lime water turns milky. This is a white precipitate. So we say lime water turns milky. That infers that the liberated colorless, odorless gas is carbon dioxide. This is not an example of combination. I am just giving you the uses of this test for carbon dioxide. Now, with this we have completed combination. I repeat, combination is the reaction in which two more substances combine to form a single substance under suitable conditions. Now, let's go with the next is decomposition reaction. Now, decomposition is nothing but opposite of combination. It's an opposite of combination. So, your assignment today will be, the first question is, differentiate between combination and decomposition reactions. So, when I am teaching, just note down all the points, differentiate at least 2 points, that will be your assignment. Now, coming to decomposition, decomposition is splitting up of substance. So, in this reaction, we can say that the reaction in which single substance decomposes or splits into 2 or more reactants. For example, I can tell you AB is a single compound, will split into A plus B. Schematically, I can say this. So, it's exactly opposite to combination. But the splitting of decomposition of substances again can be taken up under 3 conditions. It can happen in presence of heat, and such decomposition are called as thermal decomposition. If decomposition takes place in the presence of electric current, it is called as electrolytic decomposition. Now, if it happens in the presence of sunlight or light, then we call it as photolytic decomposition. Now, let's go with an example of all 3. Now, coming to thermal decomposition, I'll give you an activity now. Again, you have to write again, if in any activity, 2 observation and 2 precautions. Take some ferrous sulfate crystals. FeSO4, it's an hydrated crystal. So, you have 7 molecules of water of crystallization. So, FeSO4 dot 7 H2O, which is a pale green crystals. Now, take some ferrous sulfate hydrated salt in a test tube, boiling test tube, and heat it. Whenever you are heating a test tube, boiling test tube, you will hold it with the tongs and keep it in a slanting position away from your face. This is your first one precautions, to hold with your tongs and then have it away from your face. Now, when you heat it, what do you see? After some time, you can see the pale green turns colorless, and then you see some drops of water at the mouth of the test tube. Where did this water come from? It is from water of crystallization. So, these 2 are the observation. Any hydrated salt, it might be a copper sulfate salt, it might be a ferrous sulfate, or any hydrated salt, the same observation is being seen. Now, what happens when you keep this white color ferrous sulfate for some time? Now, switch on the Bunsen burner and keep for some time. By itself, it turns into pale green. Where did that water of crystallization come from? It is from the atmosphere. So, this is repeatedly asked questions. So, I can say this reaction only when you heat will decompose into FeSO4 plus 7H2O, and this is colorless. Now, this FeSO4, if you heat it excess, so this is excess heating. Again, it decomposes into ferric oxide, Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Again, you are going to heat. So, if it is just heated, it becomes anhydrous salt, and again anhydrous salt on excess heating becomes ferric oxide and sulfur dioxide. This is brown in color, reddish brown. And you get the smell of copper. Yes, you get the smell of copper. Now, this is all about thermal decomposition. Now, coming to electrolytic decomposition. Is this clear, children? Do you want me to write some more examples? Okay, we'll go with lead nitrate. PbNO3 whole twice. What is this? Lead nitrate, which is in solid. When you heat it, thermal decomposition happens. It becomes lead oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. So balancing is this. Clear? So I have given you the balanced chemical equation. This is a solid, gaseous and gaseous. This is brown fumes. The identification of nitrogen dioxide is, you see a brown fumes being given out. Now this is another example of thermal decomposition. Now let's go with electrolytic decomposition. So the word electrolytic itself says with the passing the electric current. When you pass electric current, the decomposition happens. A very good example you can take is decomposition, electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water. Now let us do another activity. Take a beaker, insert 2 electrodes, carbon or graphite electrodes, then put upside down 2 test tubes, fill in some water, distilled water. If it is distilled water, you will make it good conductor by adding some salt or acid or base. We'll take acidified, adding few drops of H2SO4 for dissociation of ions, because distilled water cannot dissociate its ion. Now this is being connected to a battery. So this is a positive terminal, negative. So this becomes your anode and this becomes your cathode. Now when the electricity is being passed, you will see the split up of ions, dissociation of water molecule happens. That is H2O will dissociate into H2 plus O2, where H2 is collected at cathode and O2 will be collected at anode. So you will see some gas bubbles, and this is how the volume. You can see the volume, compare the volume of oxygen and compare the volume of, no, it's just the opposite. This is hydrogen and here is oxygen. Now when you compare, the volume of hydrogen is exactly double that of oxygen. Why? Because water is combining in the ratio of 2:1, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So the gas collected also will be in a double the volume. Hydrogen is double the volume of oxygen. So coming to the next is photolytic decomposition. Photolytic is nothing but decomposition that's happening in the presence of sunlight. So there are some reactions like silver chloride, AgCl, will undergo decomposition only in the presence of sunlight to give you Ag plus Cl2. Similarly, silver bromide also gives you the same product, silver and bromide, in the presence of sunlight. This type of splitting up of the substance in the presence of sunlight is called photolytic decomposition, and these two, silver chloride and silver bromide decomposition, is used in a black and white photography. Now coming to the next is the displacement reaction. The word displacement says substitution. It's also called a single displacement reaction. That is, a high reactive metal displaces low reactive metallic solution. So you have reactivity series. You can go see a reactivity series in our chemistry and then know which is highly reactive. And here the concept is high reactive metal. Let's take an example of iron. Will react with low reactive metallic solution. Here iron is more reactive than copper. So to give you FeSO4 plus Cu. And thus in this displacement reaction, the metals get high reactive metal displaces low reactive metallic solution. So here I can say A will react with BC to give AC plus B as a schematic. Now here the color combination is very important. This is grey in color and copper sulfate is blue in color. After displacement, this is pale green and reddish brown. Clear, children? Now let's go with double displacement. Now, as I told you, one of the assignment is give me the two difference between combination and decomposition. Another will be difference between displacement and double displacement. That will be the assignment for you today. Now, learning about double displacement reaction, we never look into any reactivity series. Here, the concept is exchange of ions. So, overall exchange of ions. Let's take an example of BaCl2 reacts with NaSO4, Na2SO4. Barium chloride reacts with sodium sulfate. Both are in aqueous form and both are colorless. When there is reaction, the displacement of ions here plus and minus, it might be a cation or an anion displacement. Now let us go with this displacement. The metals remain the same. So here it becomes BaSO4. BaSO4 and then it becomes NaCl. You can balance this. And here barium sulfate is a white precipitate. So in the double displacement reaction, exchange of ions takes place. You can see there is an exchange of ions. We never follow any reactivity series here. And then one of the product is a precipitate. So double displacement reaction is also called as precipitation reaction. Clear, children? So we have studied in this module of combination, decomposition, displacement, double displacement and types of decomposition as thermal decomposition, electrolytic decomposition and photolytic decomposition. So your assignments are, let me repeat, two difference between combination and decomposition and two difference between displacement and double displacement. Thank you, children. Let's meet in the next module.